Have you ever awakened in the dead of night, unable to move, feeling an unseen presence creeping closer? This is the chilling reality for those who've experienced the phenomenon known as sleep paralysis. Picture this. It's the middle of the night. You're jolted awake, but you can't move a muscle. You're fully conscious, yet your body is frozen as if encased in ice. This isn't a nightmare, nor a scene from a horror movie. This is sleep paralysis. A strange and often terrifying experience that occurs when the line between wakefulness and sleep becomes blurred. Sleep paralysis is a type of parasomnia, or abnormal behavior during sleep. It's the result of a disconnect between the brain and the body as one transitions between stages of wakefulness and sleep. During these episodes, the mind is alert and aware, but the body is still ensnared in the paralysis that naturally occurs during REM sleep, the stage of sleep where dreams happen. Those who've lived through this phenomenon often report a range of disconcerting symptoms. Beyond the inability to move or speak, people may experience hallucinations, both visual and auditory. They may see shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their room or hear whispering voices just out of their comprehension. But perhaps the most terrifying aspect of sleep paralysis is the intense feeling of dread that accompanies these episodes. This isn't just a vague sense of unease, but a bone-chilling terror that feels as real as the bed beneath them. Some describe it as a feeling of impending doom, as though something unspeakably horrible is about to happen. This sense of dread is often coupled with the sensation of an unseen presence in the room. This unseen terror is frequently perceived as malevolent, adding another layer of fear to an already petrifying experience. So imagine this: you're trapped in your own body, fully awake, but unable to cry for help or fend off the unknown entity that seems to be drawing nearer with each passing second. This is the reality of sleep paralysis. Imagine being trapped in your own body, unable to scream or move as an unseen terror approaches. The true horror comes when reality intertwines with our deepest fears. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? Imagine you're lying in bed. The room is cloaked in darkness, and you're hovering on the edge of sleep. Suddenly you realize you're unable to move. Every attempt to stir, to call out, is met with a silence that reverberates in your ears like a deafening echo. This is the eerie onset of sleep paralysis. The tales are as numerous as they are terrifying. A woman recounts feeling an icy grip on her ankles, pulling her deeper into the bed, the weight of an unseen presence pressing down on her. She's unable to move, unable to scream as the terror knits itself into her very bones. Another man shares his story of a spectral figure looming over him, its face a mere breath away from his own. He can feel the cold chill of its breath, hear the rasping whisper that seems to crawl from the shadows, but he's rooted to the spot, his body refusing to obey his frantic commands to flee. Perhaps the most spine-chilling tale comes from a young man who speaks of a dark figure sitting on his chest, its eyes glowing like twin moons in the night. He can feel the weight of it, the cold seeping into his skin, but he's powerless to move, trapped in his own body. And then there are the hallucinations, the sensation of floating, of being dragged from your bed, of strange creatures crawling around you. The feeling of your heart pounding in your chest, your breath coming in short, ragged gasps, the sheer terror of the unknown. In these moments, the line between dream and reality blurs. The world around you becomes a twisted version of itself, where your deepest fears are given form, and your safest haven becomes your prison. In the realm of sleep paralysis, your worst nightmares can seem as real as the very bed you're lying on. But what causes this terrifying experience? Is it supernatural, or is there a scientific explanation? Let's delve into the science of sleep to answer this. Sleep, as we know it, is not a simple state of rest. It involves a complex journey through various stages, including rapid eye movement or REM sleep, which is the stage associated with vivid dreams. Here's where the plot thickens. Sleep paralysis typically occurs during the transition between REM and wakefulness. During REM sleep, your brain is highly active, much like when you're awake. However, your brain sends signals to inhibit most voluntary muscle activity, a phenomenon known as REM atonia. This protective mechanism keeps us from physically acting out our dreams, essentially paralyzing us during sleep. Now imagine waking up during this stage. Your mind is conscious, but your body is still in the throes of REM atonia. The synchronization between your brain and body is disrupted. This is the moment when the chilling experience of sleep paralysis sets in. You're awake, but you're unable to move or speak. It's like being trapped in your own body, a sensation that can be accompanied by hallucinations. These hallucinations can explain the nightmarish visions often reported during sleep paralysis. Remember, while these experiences are undoubtedly terrifying, they are not supernatural. As unsettling as it may be, sleep paralysis is a natural phenomenon, a hiccup in our sleep cycle. So, how do you escape the clutches of this nightmarish state? Firstly, the key lies in maintaining a regular sleep schedule. Our bodies thrive on routine, so going to bed and waking up at the same time each day can greatly reduce the frequency of sleep paralysis episodes. Secondly, practicing good sleep hygiene can also help. This means creating a sleep-friendly environment. Ensure your room is dark, quiet, and cool. Avoid screens before bed, as the blue light they emit can interfere with your sleep cycle. Alongside, pay attention to what you consume. Caffeine and alcohol can disrupt your sleep, so try to limit these, especially closer to bedtime. And remember, it's not just about the quantity of sleep, but also the quality. Ensuring you're getting plenty of deep, restful sleep can significantly lessen the likelihood of sleep paralysis. However, if sleep paralysis continues to be a persistent issue, it might be time to seek professional help. A sleep specialist can provide guidance and might recommend cognitive behavioral therapy, which can be particularly effective in dealing with sleep paralysis. Finally, don't forget to stay calm during an episode. It might be terrifying, but remember that it's a temporary state, and you are not in any physical danger. Remember, knowledge is power. The more we understand about sleep paralysis, the less power it has to terrify us.